early for Browns to change course. The Browns are 0-8. The front office was unable to execute a simple trade that had been agreed upon by both teams. The front office and coaching staff are caught in a battle to see which side can leak the most damning story highlighting the other's incompetence. Last month, there was an actual dumpster fire outside of the stadium. Now, take a deep breath, Cleveland. Things look bad at the moment. Things are bad at the moment. But they are not nearly bad as they seem. Certainly not bad enough to abort a plan the team put into motion less than 2 years ago when Paul DePodesta and Sashi Brown took over the Browns front office. That's important to remember. We're not even 2 years into a long-term plan. After tearing things down to the foundation in 2016, this team is really just getting its rebuild started, and the roster is nowhere close to where it will be even a year from now. As bad as things are, there is still plenty of hope for the Browns. And the last thing this franchise needs to do is start over without seeing this rebuild effort through. Let's break down why that is. We'll start with the team's assets. Cleveland owns 13 picks in next year's draft, including 5 picks that would fall in the top 50 based on the current NFL standings. The team will also be sitting on at least $50 million in cap space with only one starter, running back Isaiah Crowell, headed for free agency. This team has the means to add a handful of impactful players to an already promising young core. That young core, in my estimation, consists of the following group of players, all of whom are under the age of 28 and locked up until at least 2019. LB Christian Kirksey, age 25, signed until 2021. LB Jamie Collins, age 27, signed until 2020. DeMyles Garrett, age 21, signed until 2021. Jabril Peppers, age 22, signed until 2021. DT Danny Shelton, age 24, signed until 2019. G. Joel Bitonio, age 26, signed until 2021. G. Kevin Ziegler, age 27, signed until 2021. C.J.C. Treader, age 26, signed until 2019. T. David Njoku, age 21, signed until 2021. 6 of those players, the ones marked with asterisks, were acquired by the current front office. 2 more, Bitonio and Kirksey, were signed to long-term deals this past offseason. It's not like this front office hasn't been acquiring talent these past 18 months. Scott R. Galvin, USA Today Sports. Of course, there are still major holes to fill, most notably at quarterback, where Deshaun Kaiser has struggled. Kaiser is completing just 52% of his passes and has thrown a league-leading 11 picks. Now those numbers would be a lot better if his receivers could actually run routes, get open or even catch the ball, but Kaiser has proven to be inaccurate and mistake-prone. He hasn't really given the Browns reason to fully invest in him, though I'm not sure any young quarterback would have in this situation. No, not even Carson Wentz or Deshaun Watson. But I digress. The Browns front office was roundly panned for not matching the 49ers' offer for Jimmy Garoppolo, which I don't quite understand. San Francisco is either committed to paying the former Patriots back up around $23 million next year on the franchise tag, even more in a long-term deal should it agree to one this offseason, or they gave away a second-round pick for a rental during a lost season, all based on a few preseason games and 6 quarters of good but not great regular season football. Now it would make a lot more sense to take such a risk if there weren't so many options at quarterback looming this offseason. But there are. Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold and Josh Allen haven't lived up to the hype thus far, but they are still decent first-round prospects. You can also throw in intriguing guys like Baker Mayfield, who might be the best QB in this class, and Lamar Jackson, who might be the most talented, into the discussion as well. The free agent pool could also be uncharacteristically loaded with passers. It looks as if Drew Brees and Kirk Cousins may be available. The Vikings will likely have to choose between Teddy Bridgewater and Sam Bradford this offseason, leaving one of those two behind. A.J. McCarron, whom the Browns reportedly wanted for second and third round picks, he's not worth it, could be an unrestricted free agent as well. Quarterback is far from the team's only need. They'll need to find a legit number one receiver. Though the Browns did receive some good news this week with the league conditionally reinstating Josh Gordon, who was last seen tearing up defenses in the 2016 preseason. If Cleveland is willing to commit to Gordon, and he is able to stay out of the league's doghouse, he may very well fill that number one receiver role. The team also needs to get 2016 first-round pick Corey Coleman healthy and find out if he is capable of being productive in this league. If neither of those two options work out, there are plenty of intriguing receivers slated to hit free